Hello, everyone. My name is Anja. I am just so grateful, such a grateful recovering compulsive overeater. And I am absent today because I wear measure three meals off the gray sheet. I write them down, I commit them to my sponsor, and I don't eat no matter what. Uh, no matter what is happening or not happening, just for today, I put my abstinence first. And yeah, I'm lately just I was thinking like what I'm supposed to be saying here, and I really want to. And the thought that the word that came to my mind was gratitude. You know, I am very grateful, and I think that this illness of compulsive overeating um, took me away from my higher power, took me away from everything and from everyone, and my life. In it, I didn't do anything that you all know what we do with the food. I wish I was successful bulimic. I never made it. I was always a chubby girl, a chubby kid. I remember have memories from being very, very little about specific foods being in the fridge, specific sugars, and I remember the quantity of it. That's not normal, and I was obsessed with the foods since very early on, and that obsession continued to my uh, late 20s, and through those years I was really trying to control my eating. I was trying different diets. I so wanted to restrict, and I really couldn't. I would eat one item or of fruits just for a week, or do something crazy. And I I've discovered laxatives when I was a teenager, and that really helped me just to get rid of the food and stay in addiction for a little bit longer. And but as I went, to relapse prevention meeting recently, being in the food, and was reminded being in the food was all about secrecy. It was all I never ate compulsively in front of the people. It was always hiding somewhere. It was always at the behind closed door when nobody could see me, sneaking to the kitchen, taking another bite. Just the door was constantly being open, waiting for people to leave so I can finish off whatever was left on the plates. And it was secrecy and a life of extreme shame. I was just so ashamed of what I was doing behind the closed door. I could eat I could just eat. The amounts I could eat were insane, were absolutely insane. And then I would just take laxatives and spend the whole night in the toilet. And the next day I could barely function. And I promised myself over and over again that I will never, ever do it again because it's too painful. And the next day I've done the same thing. And that continued. And I went to therapy, and I was coming back home from therapy sessions, group therapy, and I still binged. Then I thought maybe I am not that open to be open in front of in a group therapy setting. So I was like, okay, I will pay for individual therapy. And I was asking my therapist, yeah, it's great to talk about the feelings and whatever's happening in my head, but what do I do with the food? And she said, how about you have just 3 moderate meals a day? And I was just like, don't you think I freaking tried? It's like, I don't know what meal is. I have no conception of a meal. I don't know. I have no idea how much to put in my plate without feeling is it enough? Am I going to be losing weight, or am I eating too much? Or if I eat that for breakfast, maybe I will not eat that for lunch, and maybe I will skip dinner. And it's like, oh, constant. I don't know. 3 meals. Well, 3 meals, like when? And I know I had no idea. I'm really sorry. I'm really tired. And so and then that was back at home. I'm from Poland, and I moved to UK, and I did the geographical, and I took the disease with me, and I was in so much pain here. And I thought I will just give it another go. And I went to a doctor, say I just need to sort it out. And then they referred me to eating disorder specialist. And because I wasn't morbidly obese or just severely anorexic, they came up with CBT therapy, but not in a person, but sitting in front of a computer and working up my feelings. And I felt like, you know what, I may just simply just kill myself. There's no solution for me. There's no help. I don't know what else to do. And of course I've read a lot of books about bulimia, compulsive eating, and at the back of a book about bulimia, I think there was like, other places you can ask for help. And then there was the OA, and I went to a meeting, and then that was 13 and a half years ago, and around maybe kind of was summertime, May or June, or earlier, 2006. And at my third meeting came a woman, and she was a speaker at that meeting. She did the chair, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, I want what she has. She had the glow. She felt so strong and so beautiful, and the strength came from her vulnerability. It was just amazing, And she said, I think she said, I follow a specific food plan, and I just had no idea. I've never done any other fellowships. And then somebody, I think I just must have said something, and somebody told me about GreySheet, and I went to my first meeting. And this is how I started. And I thought GreySheet was insane. Like, I thought my life was over because I have to weigh and measure my food. That I will never travel. I will never meet anyone. Everybody will turn away from me. I felt so ashamed by being given the solution. But the seed was planted because it just made sense for me. For a compulsive eater of my type, it was a solution, like telling me what to eat, how much, and when. So the portion was sorted. The things that I can eat were sorted, and when. And so I started GreySheet, and my God, and I'm so grateful. I really, at the moment, I've been here over 13 and a half years. I've been absent for a few years. I've lost my abstinence. Then I've been absent again a few years and lost my abstinence. And I think the last relapse I had was last year between September and December, on and off. And I think I went back, and I went even farther back, deeper into my illness. It was horrible. I was living in my bedroom, eating crap, not washing myself, canceling all my commitments, really messing up my life and friendships and relationships. And it was horrible. It was absolutely devastating that I couldn't stop. And I don't know why I'm abstinent, but what I did, my sponsor suggested to do, thank you, relapse prevention plan, and I've committed to it, just doing lots of activities every day towards my recovery. And I really involve myself in service. And because I've realized that you cannot stay long-term abstinent if you're on the outskirts, if you're not in the middle of the herd. It's impossible, absolutely impossible. And I was kind of in grey sheet, but I wasn't. And now when I look around and see people who have got long-term abstinence, they do a lot of service. They are in the middle. They get involved, and grey sheet is their lifestyle. So I got myself more involved. As soon as I got 90 days, I just started to be involved in service and sponsoring people. And my life has completely transformed. And I've lost all the weight I've gained, and I'm healing myself. I am able to really show up for people, for fellowship, and working, especially working with sponsees. And I think Antoinette is timing. I don't know what Eileen is showing me for. I'm not quite sure. Who am I supposed to be looking at? I think Antoinette is timing. Sorry. Like a couple of days ago, I took a newcomer through the grey sheet, explaining everything, and she committed the food, and so today was the second day that she was calling me, and I was like waiting, like was so excited, like, will she call? Will she not? And she did call, and she had the first day of weight measuring, and I get so excited. I just get so excited by another person living the solution. And I'm just so grateful. I've done external stuff to help me to deal with some deeper issues that 12-step couldn't help me with, but I could only deal with them because I was grey sheet abstinent. And in the last 6 or 7 months, there's no drama in my life. It's just life at life's terms. On life's terms, I just show up for life, and things happen. Life happens, and I'm at peace. I'm calmer. I am got more patience. I'm very productive, and I'm really enjoying life. I really feel like I'm enjoying life, and I just now involving myself more in the Polish fellowship that is a bit struggling at the moment, because I feel like I would really like to take it to the masses, and just get people who are suffering just to be free. And I really feel free today from the hell, from absolute hell of, that for me, this illness wants me to be dead, but it wants me to die very slowly and painful death. That's just on my own, eating myself to death, full of shame, and completely depressed and lonely. And so I don't know. It's a miracle. It's an absolutely miracle that somebody combined the grey sheet, and we're doing it, and I'm doing it, and we're here together. And there's I don't know how many thousands doing it across the world. And so I've got my family who really gets me. And I will just leave it there. I am just full of gratitude today. So I will just finish there, and we'll listen to you. Thank you.